Hello everyone, you're welcome to Addi's chat. My name is Adiola. Most people call me Adi. Thank you so much for joining the chat again today. To all our new subscribers, you are absolutely welcome here. Thank you so much. To all the existing subscribers that come in every week, every day, every other day. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. It's another day, it's another Friday again, really. And today I thought I'll talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about, although I didn't really prepare for it that much. But I just said, oh, I have to talk about it really before I forget again. So what I wanted to talk about today, as you would have seen the what my title is today, really, one thing, if there is anything that you would do for yourself financially in 2023, I think there's one thing that we all have to look at doing for ourselves in 2023. So if you will be interested in this, if this sounds like something that you want to hear, come back here. I'll see. Welcome back to Addis Chat. Yes, I did say I wanted to talk about what one thing that we should, if you were considering doing things for yourself financially this year, one thing that you should definitely do for yourself this year. Yes. So we all know what the retirement age is in UK, and we know that is been increased, and it could be increased a bit further in the next few years because people are living longer. Really, people are the type of lifestyle that people are opting for allows it does allow people to be able to do more work. Even you see a lot of people that volunteer even in their 70s, in their 80s, so people can still work for a longer time. So this is something that the government is considering, and their policies going around about moving the retirement age even a bit further than it is right now. For those that are in their 30s and their 40s, really, you could be caught in that bracket. But those that are in their 50s, I think most people will be fine to retire at the age that it is now. But one thing, if you would do anything for yourself this year, is to look after your pension pot. Really, you should look after your pension pot. The state pension that we all the one that everyone's made to contribute into, and you're 2 years time, nobody knows what will happen to the state pension at the minute. Really, it is said that research has shown that, and I will put the link, I'll find the link and put it in the description below, that the state pension at the minute is worth about 55,000, which is not a lot of money. If you think about it, it's not a lot of money now. I don't think it will be a lot of money in the next 20 years. It would even be worse in the next 20 years. So that state pension, everybody should actually have that state pension, because everybody, as far as I'm aware, a few years ago, you couldn't, was it 2010 or 2012? Please correct me if I'm wrong. You could not really opt out of it anymore. People at the beginning, people were able to opt out of taking the state pension. A lot of people did. Personally, myself, I started contributing into the pension at 22. I think I opted out at the beginning. I think I could have started at 21, but I opted out, but this was just the job that I was doing when I was in uni. I think I opted out, but I started contributing at 22. But what I wanted to talk about, really, how you can look after your pension. Pension is such a complicated topic, really. I think if there's one thing that you need a financial advisor for, someone to actually guide you through, I think it's pensions. Really, and there are loads of videos on YouTube as well that you can go into or watch, where people talk about pension, people that really do know what they're talking about, where they talk about pension. For me, pensions are really complicated. For me, dealing with mine myself is complicated, so I'm not in the best position to give anybody any advice as such. The only thing I would say is you should really look after it. So for those of us that have worked in different places all over the place, so that means you've got pension pots all over the place. Some people could have 5, could have 3. But people, most of the time when you leave a workplace, most people don't bother to go back to find out what's happening to that pension pot. For me, I think I've been in 3 organizations for a long time. I think I can say 3. I've been in more than 3, possibly 4 or 5. But at the beginning, I did say I opted out of the pension thing, really. But since I've been, and I'm quite lucky when I really started my career, because I started in banking really. I worked with one of the really good banks. So the pension pot really that we had there was really good. And when I left, even for all the years I left, every year they will communicate with me. I've got a login. I can look at what my pension is doing. And they're not, there are two things. There are people's pensions sometimes if you are in a private pension, really. There are pensions that are put into this cautious thing. I don't know how to explain it, but they're not, those pensions are not really growing properly. If you have left an organization, I believe that you can, if you want to, you've got the option to put it into high risk if you wanted to, but you should take advice before you do that. But some of these pensions are not put in the proper place. You're even paying fees on some of these pensions, I believe. But because of where I worked, really, my pension, my proper pension, where I worked for a long time, my proper pension is well looked after, really. I can see all the things they're investing in, and I can see how it's growing, really. Although that's another thing with pension, you're not allowed to take out a lump sum. I think you have to be over 50 before you can take out a lump sum from the pension. But it's good to be able to track your pension, have a look to see what's happening, and everybody can do that. If you go to your HR in your company, you can have a login detail for your for the pension. If you've left the company, I mean, you can have the login details for, even if you haven't left. I think there's a way you can track the pension as well. There's also one thing, before I forget, one other thing that I wanted to talk about. There is a calculator where you can actually find out how much exactly you would need at the time that you retire. I'll put a link to that below as well. That was very helpful for me, because again, for me, I started contributing into the pension. If some people will say a bit early, but a lot of people started at 17. But I did start fairly early, so 22 I started contributing into the pension. But then I took, I think, about 5 years off of work. I had 5 years where I didn't actually work. So what I'm doing now is I am doing additional, so that I'm playing catch up right now, so that I can meet up to the basic, not to the basic, so that I can meet up to a fair level to have the type of lifestyle I have now, really, to be honest, would be ideal for me to have in retirement, really. I don't need a lot of money. I don't need a lot of money, really. I'm hoping to have paid off a lot of things. I'm hoping to have paid it off before I retire. So I just need money to sustain myself, really. So, and I live fairly, really moderate life, to be honest. So I'm just doing my extra bit so that I can catch up with the 5 years that I didn't actually contribute into my pension. But you won't be able to know these things if you don't find out about the pension, if you don't know what's been happening to the pension, if you don't know how much it is. So you should, if you do anything for yourself this year, contact your pension provider. From all the, as I said, people have loads of pots all over the place. Contact all of them. You can bring everything together and put it into something that they call a SIPP, SIPP. That, again, you have to take advice before you do that. There's also something called a junior SIPP. I'm not one of those people that really know a lot about stocks and shares, really. So you should get a financial advisor, really. If you are someone that's got pots of pensions all over the place, it will do you a lot of good, really. You save yourself a lot of money and a lot of heartache if you get someone to look at all those pots for you and see if you can put it in one good place, really. But as I said, there are people, again, that are in good places where the pension, the company that looks after their pension is a really good company and they're doing the best, really. But you can look at all this information yourself. And most people have got 20-30 years. So if you look at it now, it would make such a huge difference, to be honest. Because to me, I feel that the most valuable thing when you're retired, for me, when I'm retired, the most valuable thing will not be the house, will not be a car, really, will be my pension, because that's the thing that I'm going to rely on. I don't intend to carry on working. There's a lot of stuff I want to volunteer for. I want to carry on doing that comfortably. So the pension really will be the most valuable thing to me. And that's why I would look after it, really. And I am saying as well, this year, if nothing at all, if you do nothing at all, just pay a little bit more attention to your pension, really, especially for those that, if people are nearly 60, I'm not sure there's much you can do, but you get a financial advice. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't really know what you could do or you could not do. But if you're still in your If you're nearly 50 or 50s, you can still get a financial advisor to go through things with you. Those in the NHS, their pension will probably be very good, really, for those in the NHS. Their pension will be good, but you can still do a private pension if you wanted to find out if you will, because most people, especially now, people that have migrated from to this country, when they will migrated in their working ages, I'm talking about people that migrate, that came in their 30s and 40s, really, you would have a shortfall in your pension. There's no way. So it would be good for you to have a look at it with a financial advisor, really. Anyway, that's all from me, really. I've kind of rambled on too much. Pension is really a wide subject, really, but I am taking more interest in it this year. I'm just looking at different things that are out there. I'm not somebody that does a lot of stocks and shares. There are things I've dabbled into here and there, but I'm not big on it. I don't understand a lot of it, I'll be honest. So I would always say speak to a financial advisor. It's worth paying possibly for an hour or two, really, getting somebody to look at your pension and getting them to kind of set, as I said, the link for how much you could be earning, I will try and put that link in the description so that you can go onto that link and try and work out what will and the link is really good because you can also put the rate of inflation on there as well, just to see. You can manipulate it and play around with it, really. Yes, I'm sure you get what I mean. Anyway, that's me for today. I just wanted to talk about the pension, really. How are you all doing? I'm sure that you're doing very well. It's the start of January. Is always like a funny month, a long month, really. But it's great to be back here, really. If there's anything else that you would like me to talk about, really, please drop it in the comment below. There are a few things that people have sent to me. There's one in particular that I'm just doing a bit more research on before I talk to you about it. Possibly maybe that will be next week. I'll see if I can get all the information, really, and I will talk about that next week. Yes, so that's it, really. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. I get up to a few things on TikTok. That's like a different side of me on TikTok as well, really. So don't forget to follow me there, and on Facebook as well. I am Addis Chat. On TikTok is Addis Chat as well. On Instagram I'm there. I don't do a lot on Instagram, I have to be honest, and it's Addis Chat as well. But thank you so much. Don't forget to share with your friends, family, anyone, colleagues. Just share with everybody, please do that for me. The goal this year really is to get to 1,000, just 1,000, not a lot, really, not a lot. And I'm sure that you're going to help me do that. Thank you so much, really. It's been lovely again chatting to you. See you soon. God bless you. Bye.